Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button as you come on in. Jaron Boost Ennis just crushed Eimantas Stanionis. Hit that like button as you come on in, man. Jaron Boost Ennis, despite how he looked at the weigh-in, he came in there and put up a vintage Boost Ennis performance. Destroyed Eimantas Stanionis. Um, Eimantas Stanionis, I don't even think he won a round leading into the eventual stoppage. Hit that like button. Come on in. We're going to talk about Jaron Boots and his performance. What's next for Boots, etc., etc., etc. Really good performance from Boots. Stanionis really had nothing for him. Stanionis really had nothing for him. Salute to Sonny Cheap in the building. Jason Williams, salute. Wait till some more people get up in here, man. Smash that like button. Come on in, man. We got to talk about Jaron Boots Ennis. It seemed like him looking like Skeletor fight week wasn't a factor at all with Jaron Boots Ennis. He went out there and absolutely smoked Eimantas Stanionis. Oh man, it makes you wonder how really good is Karen Kukachev. Because like I told you guys, I think he's probably the best guy in the division without a world title. And Eimantas Stanionis didn't look like he didn't look like a world champion in there against Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis looked like the only champion in the ring tonight. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. Boots looked really good tonight. Really, really good. Really, really good. That was a beatdown, absolutely. It was a one-sided beatdown. Stanionis didn't win a round. He didn't win a round, man. Stanionis landed some good shots in the fight, but Boots handled them shots very well. He rolled with a lot of them. Really, really good performance from Jaron Ennis. Really good performance. Yeah, oh yeah. Definitely proved tonight that he's the best guy at 47. Ain't nobody better than Boots at 47. I knew he was going to win this fight. It was just a matter of how. Was it going to go the distance or was he going to stop the dude? And he stopped him. Really, it was a stoppage to where, for those who didn't see the fight, he stopped. It was a corner stoppage. His coach seen enough. Stanionis was just he wasn't going to make it. He wasn't going to make it. Boost dropped him with a body shot combination. Was it the sixth round? Yeah, the sixth round. He dropped him with the combinations and, really, really good performance from Boost, man. He looked really good. You said at 54, Boost may have trouble, gets hit too much. Well, yeah, we go talk about it, man. We're going to wait till some more people get in the building. You said Virgil will Boots? We go talk about it, man. You said Stanionis quit to witness the birth of his child. Man, honestly, you guys, just even looking at the fight, as soon as the bell rang, you could just look at the Boots Ennis. Even if he was less skilled, he was just a much, 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 much better athlete. The longer, bigger, stronger guy. But unfortunately for Stanionis, Boots Ennis, not only was he the bigger, longer, stronger, more athletic guy, he had the skills to back it up. Very one-sided beatdown. I want to see him fight Brian Norman, honestly. But I think Boots Ennis beats everybody at 47. You said I've seen a lot of flaws in this Boots fight. He not it. I mean, if you're talking about him getting hit with shots, I mean, it's a fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Guys go get hit. Boots Ennis does get hit, but he take them shots pretty good, man. He got a good chin on him. Sometimes you need to see if a fighter can take a good punch. We know Boots Ennis at this point, as much as he gets hit, he could take a good punch. That we do know. Yeah, Boots Ennis took that belt tonight, man. Looked really good in doing it so as well. After two lackluster performances prior, Boots Ennis went out there and gave us some fire. Salute, Cerebral. I see you in the building. Beef fighter, salute. Cooking with serve, salute. You said Boost beats out of Brian Norman. Yeah, Boost. Like I said, Boost Ennis is the best guy at 47. Nobody's beating Boots at 47, bro. Nobody. None of those guys are beating Jaron Ennis. He might as well go ahead and move on up, man. He already the undisputed champion. Because Barrios and them, they're going to stretch this thing out for as long as they can. Because the ducking will continue now. You know, ducking will begin. These guys will have to put a lot of money up to get these dudes to get in the ring with Boots. Yeah, he rehydrated well. He definitely rehydrated well. He looked really good in the fight, strong. You know, his hands was flowing. You know, so him looking bad fight week just wasn't a factor for him. It wasn't a factor. You said Boots Lenio. Yeah, Boots Lenio. I mean, he's the man of the division, bro. Ain't nobody beating him. What's up, Jessica? I see you in the building. Y'all smash that like button for your boy, man. Jaron Boots Ennis crush Ennis Stanionis. You gotta add some drama to the fight, man. Gotta add some drama to the fight. It was boring build up, man. Okay, is Boots Ennis looking drained? How is he gonna perform in the fight? We gotta add a storyline to it, bro. I knew Boots Ennis was gonna win this fight. It was just a matter of how and when. But he didn't look good fight week. He didn't. And it's gonna continue to get worse as he enters his 30s. I think we won't see none of the best from Boots in his career because this is easy work for him. Outside of Kukachan. But 54 is when we're gonna really see Boots Ennis tested. That's when we're gonna really see him tested. Because he's gonna have to tighten a lot of things up at 54. He can't afford to be getting hit with those type of shots with some of those guys at 154 pounds. He just can't do it. Yeah, smash that like button. Yeah, Boots is the man now, man. This is his first real title fight. This is his first real world title fight, and he got it done in spectacular fashion. I thought Stanionis was going to continue, but he didn't protest. He didn't protest at all. He was ready to get up out of there. You said you think Bud comparison is hurting Boots PR? You said Boots better stay away from Virgil. I don't know, man. Boots might be stronger at 54. He might be. He might be stronger at 54, honestly. He might be stronger at 54. Oh, you said Stanionis told Marvin he didn't have anything left. He probably didn't. Those body shots was really hurting Stanionis. Was Boots really start letting them hands go and those body shot combinations start flying in? Yeah, Stanionis gave in. He said Stanionis wants to be with his family. He quit. We can be real. Yeah, pretty much, bro. He was. I mean, that could be, but definitely could be, part of it. But even still, even if he wasn't about to have a baby, I think the outcome would have been the same. It would have just been the same, man. He was just outskilled, totally outskilled, outgunned, overmatched, overmatched. He was pretty much overmatched from the opening bell. And this is why he was circling Boots for a while because, well, this was gonna happen. You said is Boots pound for pound? Uh, nah, nah. I mean, he got pound for pound talent, right? Boots got pound for pound talent, but we got to see him move up, and we got to stop just giving these guys pound for pound recognition, man. They're not even moving up no pounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm old school with the pound for pound thing, man. You got to kind of move up a little bit, at least a couple of weight classes, depending on where you at. You can't just be pound for pound and you ain't even really move up no weight classes. And then you didn't really beat nobody, Like, nah, you got to kind of do something. So, nah, I can't necessarily give Boots pound for pound, but he definitely has pound for pound talent and everything else. So once he moves up and if he continues to do the same thing that he's been doing in other weight classes, then absolutely. You said Boots is definitely pound for pound. He got pound for pound talent, man. He got pound for pound talent, man. We can't just be putting dudes in pound for pound lists because they, you know what I'm saying? They got to kind of prove that shit. For me, anyway, they got to kind of show me. You got to move up some weight classes, grab some belts and shit. You got to put some work in because that's kind of disrespect for the guys that's actually on there, that's been on there. You know what I'm saying? That really put in the years. It took some of those guys been on there for years and shit, collecting belts and consistently beating guys, moving up from weight, consistently doing the same thing they've been doing. So nah, man, we can't just be putting guys in there. But boxing right now is at a weird place to where honestly I don't know who's really on the pound for pound list for real, for real. Outside of the top 5 guys, maybe outside of 5 dudes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is like kind of up in the air for me. Like they got to kind of show me some shit. Other than that, I'm just adding him on there just because he's a champion and he beat a few guys in the division. Becoming undisputed, probably you'll probably get my nod if you became undisputed or something. It just depends, man. But for me, you got to kind of move up in pounds. So Boots, got pound for pound talent, but he got to kind of, for me to officially like put him on there and place him on there, I have to see him do some work at 54. Salute to Hollow Ninja for the super chat. He says, Bushido box until eternity. We always keep on. That's right, bro. We always keep on. You said Boots still needs more work. Defense is suspect. And he got hit with some shots that I felt was kind of unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one to really gripe on a guy getting hit, but yeah. As he moves up, he gonna have to tighten some shit up. But then again, he could be a stronger, more durable guy at a higher weight class because he's not cutting as much. So, we got to wait and see, man. Boots Ennis is a definitely a generational talented type of guy. And if he starts to get more meaningful fights, and bigger fights, and we see him in bigger fights, we gonna really see. But what we do know about Boots, man, he got a chin on him. He could take a good punch. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I, as a fight fan, always need to see. If this dude can actually take a punch. And Boots Ennis shown me he could take a punch. You said he ain't going to 54, Miss Bernice? You said he gonna milk 47? I mean, should he go right to 54 right now? I think he should, but at the same time, if he can get these guys in the ring in a good time span, I think he should go ahead and finish it up, finish where he's starting. You know what I'm saying? If he can do it in a reasonable amount of time, I say he should go ahead and get the belt from Barrios and get the belt from Norman. They gonna play hardball, but if he could do that, you know, um, yeah, go ahead and clean it out. I do want to see him and Brian Norman though, but I think he beats Norman. I think he beats everybody else in the weight class. You said Norm the strongest at 47? Yeah, perhaps. But is he ready for boots? I don't think he's ready for boots, man. I don't think he's ready for boots. Oh, speaking of Tio, Turkey told Tio to get back to work, man. Tio been out here playing too much. This is what I told y'all in the video. He's been too busy playing and shit. Arnold Barbosa ain't gonna be playing. So don't be surprised if Tio get upset. But Booster Ennis looked really good tonight, man. He looked really, really good. Really good. There's nothing really negative I can say about it. There's nothing I can nitpick on or nothing. He looked really good out there. Stanionis looked terrible. Flat-footed, slow. Booster Ennis didn't give him a stationary target. So Stanionis couldn't do nothing. He was just a faster, stronger, longer guy. And he pretty much, as the fight went on, Boots Ennis was starting to land at will. Showboating, razzling, and dazzling. You know, vintage Jaron Boots Ennis. You said Norm going to have to give him that sweet chin music. Yeah, that movement really hurt Stanionis. Stanionis couldn't do nothing with him, bro. Seemed very limited out there. Very limited. Like there was nothing he could have done with Boots, bro. There's just nothing. And then when he did land a punch, it didn't even hurt Boots. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even move Boots. Didn't even move him. One thing I didn't like about Boots' post-fight reaction, though, it is nothing big, but it's like, bro, stop the cap. He said when he got a live body in front of him, this is what happens, right? Something to that effect. Something like that, he said. I'm like, bro, Kuka-chan was actually a live body. You know what I'm saying? One, you fought twice. It just wasn't a world title on the line. And, you know. But I argue that Kuka-chan is much better than Eimantas Stanionis. I will argue that Kuka-chan will beat Stanionis. So you already beat one of the best guys in the weight class twice. It was tough. You know what I'm saying? But to try to say that guy wasn't a live body is just blasphemous. Because if we're honest, brutally honest, Eimantas Stanionis didn't look like a live body tonight. If we're honest. Couldn't do nothing with you, bro. He just had the belt. Yeah, Kieran was a very complete, like, versatile fighter. He had a lot of tools, and he had a really good IQ. Stanionis looked extremely limited. Very limited. Flat-footed, slow. You know, he looked terrible. Boots looked phenomenal. Stanionis looked terrible. And a lot of that had to do with Boots' style, too. Styles make fights. Boots Ennis didn't give him a stationary target. He was moving around quite a bit, but he was throwing punches at the same time. And he gave him a lot of different looks, a lot of different things to worry about. He'll give him flurries. He'd give him hooks. I mean, Boots was doing everything. And Stanionis had nothing for a fighter of that caliber that had such an arsenal in his bag. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't have nothing for him. Yeah, he simply outclassed him. You said standing at 147 is depleting Boots. Possibly, man. I would like to see him move up, man. I think we're gonna see the best of Boots in his career at 54. Maybe 160, but I think 54. He needs to go up there now and start getting this thing going with Virgil. That's the fight. Boots and Virgil is the fight. But if Virgil in there flat-footed and shit, Boots Ennis is gonna style on him. But I think Virgil's a much better fighter than Stanionis, though. Stanionis looked like he was about a level or two below those type of guys, in my opinion. Oh, I missed your super chat. My bad. Let me see. Where's it at? Oh, yeah. Salute to Holland Ninja for another super chat. He says, These cats out here already pushing videos after the win. That Bud is ducking Boots. Bud is focusing right now. These haters got nothing better. What? Already? Come on, man. Come on, man. Bud is on. We talking about Canelo and Bud. Boots got some work to do. You know what I'm saying? We already talked about that, man. This is what they got to do, though. How he ducking Boots, but he going after Canelo. That just doesn't even make sense, bro. Guys need something to talk about right now. So you know, and Boots and Bud was a popular topic, and they try to reignite it. I mean, it's cool, but is Boots Ennis ready for Crawford? Absolutely not. But it'll be a fun fight. It'll be a fun fight. You said Stanionis fights Mexican style, which American boxers usually pick apart. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Honestly, he did. He definitely fights with a Mexican style. Like out of all the Eastern European dudes, like Mean Machine, Kukajan, like those guys, not like guys like Loma or Usyk, not the least, but like guys like that, I think he's probably like behind those dudes. He seemed very, very just limited. But Bruce Ennis was just so much better and bigger though. You know what I'm saying? He was just so much better and bigger. He made Stanionis look small, and then not to mention the way Stanionis fights, kind of hunched. He looked even smaller in there, and he just was outclassed, man. Bruce Ennis put up a spectacular performance tonight. Yeah, it was a fun fight too. It was fun. It was a fun fight. It was, you know, it wasn't boring at all. They was boring on that Raymond Ford fight. That fight didn't necessarily. They was throwing punches. I don't know what the fans was booing for. You said Boost was showboating? Yeah, he was. He was showboating on dude. You said Stanionis is a C-minus fighter. Can't even argue that, man. He looked like it. He definitely looked like it. Watching him, he looked like a C-minus fighter, but Boost looked like an A fighter. That's what it looked like. On some Floyd Gaddy type shit. Just beat the brakes off of him. You said Stan wasn't a pushover. I mean, he definitely looked like it. But Boots Ennis really, really, really just, I mean, just there was nothing dude had for him, man. It's just nothing he had for him. I'm not even interested in the Barrios fight. I don't really. I already know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? We all know what's gonna happen. I'm interested in the Norman fight. I think that's the one to make. I think Norman could put up a better fight than any of those dudes. But I think the outcome will be the same. Boots Ennis eventually will stop him. Norman will get some punches off. He may hit Boots a few times, but Boots Ennis is gonna stop the dude. Boots Ennis likely will stop him. Yeah, he is, right? Ben Roy Boy, that's the way I feel. He says, I think Boots is real good, but he won't get real comp until he goes to 54. He's too big, too skilled, and athletic for the welterweights. Yeah, man, that's the same way I feel about it. He's just too big, too strong, and nobody's gonna last long. You know what I'm saying? You said Norman won't fight Boots? I don't think so either, man. They gonna be playing games. The spotlight is on him now. The people gonna come knocking, looking for him. They may not be at home, man. They're not gonna be at home. They gonna want a lot of money to come outside. So Eddie gonna have to put the bag up in order for Boots to become undisputed. That's what it's gonna be about. Really, really, Boots and really him becoming undisputed is determined on how much money this thing's gonna cost. Because we already know that Boots Ennis is gonna become undisputed. It's just a matter of how much money it's gonna cost. You said Norm will fight Boots. We'll see, man. Because last time they was acting like they was fighting about to fight Boots, I thought it came off as they was pump faking. And I was actually thinking that he was really wanting to fight Boots. So it kind of pissed me off. Like, man, I was playing, bro. Using Boots' name for a little bit of clout. Next thing you know, you fight on Keyshawn's undercard. Then you fight on Michaela Mayer's undercard. It's like, come on, bro. You said Boots did great, but made some mistakes in there. I mean, yeah, he did, but, it was vintage Boots. Boots Ennis gets hit, y'all. We seen him fight 34 times now. You know what I'm saying? He gets hit in fights and shit, but, I mean, it's not like he sits there and get his ass kicked, though. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between getting hit and then getting your ass kicked. Boots Ennis ain't never got his ass kicked. Well, Kukachan kind of beat him up a little bit, but he didn't get his ass kicked. I mean, I can't really say he even got his ass kicked or nothing. He never got beat up or nothing. He gets hit and shit, but he never really get beat up. You know what I'm saying? His style is kind of flashy. It's fan friendly. You know what I'm saying? I do think as he gets older, though, he's going to have to kind of, fix a lot of that shit. So, yeah, be a little bit more crafty. Not, because he got a young guy style. That's a young man style, the way he fights. A style that relies heavily on his physical gifts and attributes. You know what I'm saying? But as he gets older, he's going to have to switch it up. That's what all the greats do in any sport. We're going to see if Bruce Ennis switches it up. Because he's going to be here. He's going to be that guy. Salute to Hollow Ninja for another super chat. He says, hope Stanionis and his wife have a safe delivery. Yeah, they will. They'll be good, bro. Stanionis is probably not even worried about this loss. He got his career high payday. He ready to go ahead and go back to Lithuania to be there for his the birth of his child. That's all he cared about. I think as the fight went on, that's probably all he was thinking about. Like, all right, man, let me hurry up and get up out of here, man. And his coach, what his coach really did, honestly, was stop his fighter from pretty much getting hurt or getting fucking knocked out to the point where he was in the hospital too. And then he wouldn't even be able to really be there for his kid. So he pulled him out of the fight early just so he has, you know what I'm saying? So that was the smart move. For those who say, oh, well, he quit. Well, nah, not really. His trainer was like, man, let me get you up out of here, dog. You ain't gonna really beat this dude. And if this continues, you won't be able to see your kid born. So let me go ahead and pull you up out of here so you can go ahead and go straight to hop on the plane and get up out of here. That's what happened. Yeah, after 3 rounds, yeah. After 3 rounds, that's when they saw, like, yeah, man, there's nothing we could do. We just go see what could happen. Maybe we can land a big shot. But then after they saw that, they was like, nah, we good, man. Yep, that coach did the right thing. That's why he whispered it in his ear. I forgot what he said, but you really couldn't hear what he said. But it's probably somewhere along. That's probably what he was thinking. You said I was like, Boot, keep your hands up. Yeah, Boots. Yeah, his hands was low at times, and he was getting hit with some shit. But Boots could take a good punch, and he rose with shit really good. So after the first round, I'm like, yeah, he ain't about to get the knockout. None of that's happening. This is about to be a one-sided beatdown. Y'all smash the like button for your boy Drum Boots and his crushes. and Eimantas Stanionis. But outside of 47, man, because it's because I would say what's next for Boots. He wants to continue his undisputed campaign. We kind of know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm more interested in what's gonna happen with Boots at 54. That's when we're gonna see. That's when it's gonna be really interesting. You said that was a tailor-made fight, and honestly, that's what it looked like to me too. Watching it, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, this dude is tailor-made for Boots. This is easy work. Like Boots sees this in the gym all the time. Stanionis was easy work, man. Honestly, Kukachan is better than Stanionis. He just so happened to had the belt. But Kukachan is probably one of the best guys in that weight division. He's probably the only guy that's gonna really be able to do that to Boots at 47. None of those other dudes. Maybe Norman can give him some good go, but other than that, man, Barrios or whoever else is at 47, Jin Sasaki, none of these guys is gonna have anything for Jaron Boots Ennis. Stanionis, I mean, you said make the Norman Jr. fight next? Yeah, I mean that's the fight to make next, man. We gonna be on Brian Norman Jr. bumper though. Like, let's go ahead and make the fight, man. If not, then then we see what it is, bro. You was just pump faking. Then we go look at Barrios, see if he's come out of hiding, because he been hiding for a while. And if he don't want it, then we go look up to 54 for Jaron Boots Ennis. Because that's the next best option. And that's where the smoke is at. That's where Virgil's at. His potential money fight. Do you wait for a Virgil fight? Do we stretch this Virgil fight out? Or do we let it go right away? That's the question. Because Jaron Boots Ennis and Virgil could possibly be the next big fight, but how big of a star could Virgil become? I think for hardcore fans, it'll be the next big fight, especially if both guys keep winning. And if Boots Ennis looks good at 154 pounds. You said Norman is very good fundamentally. Yeah, he is. But I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't think none of those guys could beat Boots, bro. Boots got just too much going on for him. You said Virgil is a Mexican from Dallas. If he keeps winning, he will bring a crowd. Yeah, he will. He will. Virgil's a really exciting fighter too. They both got fan friendly styles. You know what I'm saying? They both styles are total contrast from each other, but they both fan friendly. So that I think that's the next big fight for Boots that I'm truly interested in seeing. Is him and Virgil. Everything else is just filler. You said Norman beats Boots? I don't know. I don't know about all that. I don't know. I think he'll get him the toughest fight that's for the guys out of the guys that's left, but I don't know. I think the outcome will likely be the same. It's either a shutout performance or Boots Ennis stopping him. Especially if Boots Ennis can still comfortably make the weight. Smash the like button for your boy, man. Jaron Boots Ennis. He did his thing tonight. You said Virgil is relentless. Yeah, he is. Virgil a dog, man. He battle tested. You know what I'm saying? He took some lumps in some fights. He got put down and shit. But Virgil's tough as hell. Definitely probably be one of Boots Ennis' toughest fights, especially if Virgil can keep up with Boots as far as I would imagine he can't keep up with him with the foot speed naturally, but if he can cut off the ring and shit like that, um, yeah, it'll be interesting. Salute to Hollow Ninja for another super chat. He says, should Boots go up there to 54 for Moore? Oh man, that's a bad. I don't know. That's a dangerous fight. That's 54. That's what I said, man. 54 is gonna be interesting for Boots. And the reason why Virgil will be the best fight for him because Virgil just came 47. Mortias, Bakaram, yeah, he wasn't a guy that was at 47. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Bakaram probably be probably the worst fight for Boots to take right away. Eddie Hearn will probably keep him away from him for a while. That probably wouldn't even be smart business wise. Actually, it'd be smart business wise to keep Boots Innocent for away from Bakaram until we see how he really looks at 54. That's what I would do if I was his promoter. You know what I'm saying? Keep him away from that guy for as long as we can so we can see how Boots Innocent actually looks at the weight class. Yeah, that fight's too dangerous. Yeah, it's dangerous. That Bakaram fight dangerous, man. You said Boychuk. Yeah, Boychuk and Mijimov was good, really good wins, man. Really, really good wins for Virgil. That's what I said. Virgil has I think he has the tougher road. So that's why I say he's battle tested. But it's still a really good fight, him and Boots. That's a really good matchup. It'll probably be a lot tougher than a Stanionis fight. You said Boots will have to pay step aside money to the WBA mandatory. Herman's already talking about it. Probably. Yep. Dudes go try to fight the mandatories and shit. And, you know what I'm saying? Because they know the end is nigh. They know the end is coming, so they go try to stretch it out for real quick, fight their mandatory and shit. Even though unification trumps mandatory. You said Norman should get the undisputed from Barrios. If Barrios come out of hand, that would be the best case scenarios for Norman to fight Barrios next, unify real quick, and then go ahead and unify with Boost by the end of the early next year or something. You said he just need to leave that alone. Yeah, Bakaram is dangerous, real dangerous. That'd be a horrible fight to take. Cause all that flashy stuff, that stuff ain't working on Bakaram, man. And you get hit with shit like you get hit by these 40. Nah, you can't do that with him. Bakaram will have you flying, and you'll be hitting the canvas like you fell out the sky and shit. So nah, don't be doing none of that against that dude. He's hitting hard. He's fast. He's just dangerous. You said Barrios isn't protected because yeah, he is. We can't find him no more, man. Barrios used to be the Aztec warrior, man. He used to be out here. You know what I'm saying? Barrios used to be out here, man. Now we can't find him, man. We ain't go. I'm telling you, we ain't gonna find Barrios unless they put a nasty amount of money in the pot, man. He either you gotta have some boots got to put on a leprechaun suit and be sitting on a pot of gold for Barrios to come out. That's what's gonna have to happen. Otherwise, Barrios ain't coming. He ain't gonna have his bow and arrow. He ain't gonna have none of that. You said if Barrios, I like Barrios, man, but I mean, his time, I don't know, man. He with old girl and shit, and you know what I'm saying. He probably living his best life, man. He got some good paydays, some good opportunities in the boxing. You know what I'm saying. Barrios chilling, man. Barrios chilling, bro. He milking the WBC title. He's a Mexican dude. The WBC is ran by Mexico, so he know he could just sit on the belt milking for as long as he can. Because Mauricio Sulaiman go get him go look out for him. Come on, man. We already know what's about to happen. It's gonna be hard for Eddie. Eddie going to put up a lot of money for Boots to become undisputed, man. Is Eddie willing to put up the money for Boots to become undisputed? This is all gonna be about the money. If you paying me to lose, you have to pay me well. That's basically what this is, y'all. That's what this about to be. You gonna have to pay me well for me to sell my O and my belt. My belt for sale. I'm gonna put up a nice price. You gonna have to pay a lot for it. That's what this is. You said Barrios with MVP making that Netflix money. Yeah, oh yeah, he is with them. I forgot he is with MVP, Jake Paul. Making the bag. That's what I'm saying. He chilling, bro. He got the pretty what's her name? The Figueroa sister and shit, man. That's his baby mom and shit, his wife now or whatever. And he chilling, bro. Barrios got the bag. Got the Tank fight, got the Thurman fight. Come on, man. He was getting the big fights. We hearing about him and Pacquiao potentially. I mean, come on, man. Mario Bag Barrios. That should be his name. So yeah, the Boots gonna have to put up the bag in order for Barrios to come out. You said PBC ran boxing like WWF. You said why didn't Boots call out Brian? He should have said something. I think Boots moving up. He should move up. He already got the ring belt, man. He's the man. He's already undisputed. You're already the best guy in that weight class, dog. It's a wrap, bro. Just go ahead and move up. That's where the work is at, man. It's gonna cost a lot of money for him to get this undisputed thing going. But salute to everybody in the building, man. Jaron Boots Ennis crushes Eimantas Stanionis. Very lopsided championship fight. Stanionis gave it his best effort, but it just wasn't enough against the ultra talented Jaron Boots Ennis, who put up a vintage Boots Ennis performance. We haven't seen Boots Ennis look this good in a while. He looked really good tonight in his championship fight, his first real championship fight against Eimantas Stanionis. Now he's the unified and lineal welterweight champion of the world. But salute to everybody in the building. Salute to everybody that donated to the dojo today. Jaron Boots Ennis. I think 154 should be next for Jaron Boots Ennis, but we're going to see what's going to happen at 147 pounds. But yeah, salute to everybody in the building. Catch you guys on the next one. Love you, Ma. Peace out.